What the hell is that? Alright, let's get the chat popped out. And while I do that, what is good, everybody? It is the good, I was going to say the good father. Slipped. It is the godfather of VR, the ageless one of the man, Lincoln Clay. And we are back with another live stream. Doing a Friday night open lobby. I didn't get a chance to join the fellas for ACC Friday today, as we're kind of doing a little bit of a mini series with the cup cars from the Challenger pack. I had to go and put my 3070 into my son's computer because I promised him he could have it if I ever upgrade it. Now that I've got this 3080 Ti. And so threw it in his computer, put it through his paces. I mean, I already knew what the PC was going to be able to do anyway because I already had that stuff in my PC, but I definitely think he's happy. He's able to run his VR games at 2096p, most of them in ultra settings. We are good there. Controls. Let's go to multiplayer. And what do we got here? Ooh, there's a Barcelona. Oh no. Practice 360 whatever. No, that's a no-go. Same thing here. There's Donington Park. They've got a practice of 75 minutes. What is going on here? Zandvoort. We've got a spa that just started. And another spot that just started. Got a Brands Hatch. Wouldn't mind jumping in that one even though it just started. Tracks that I used to hate, I love them now. So, let's see how this runs. So before I went live, I was going through my library, and I still have the resolution on my headset turned up to 2736p. This is maxed out. And the majority of my VR games, I was still able to play them at ultra settings at 72 frames per second, which I found to be amazing. This, on the other hand, is a demanding game, so but some of the other games that I took a look at in my VR library, I forgot how good those games look, and then when I was able to turn basically the games were on ultra setting by default, and some of those games I saw them in a way that I had never seen them before. The picture was sharp, the very fine details was there, so I kind of feel like I discovered VR all over again. So let's see how this is going to run. Yeah, looking funky right there. Yeah, the game's looking skittish. I don't know what it is. It seems to be running kind of skittish.
Faster car coming up behind you.
And I did see a slight reprojection from that car that went by and blur. That's better.
Faster car approaching. Watch out. Okay, the leader is on the final lap now. Give it all you can.
Jackson, what's good? Snapsy Slim, what's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? Still putting my 3080 through its paces. I was saying before you guys jumped in here, when the stream first started, that I was going through my library and I was putting these games through to the test. And like my flat screen games, like for instance, let me think here, like Counter-Strike, Global Offensive, that was running at 2160p, and I was getting about 100 and
Green light. Go,
about 112 frames per second. Now the crazy, you guys, I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw this, but I benchmarked Rainbow Six, and I didn't realize that I had it set at 1080p. So I benchmarked it, and I was getting an average of 446 frames per second. The lowest mark was 315 frames, and the highest mark was like 770 something frames. I couldn't believe my eyes. I should have took a picture of it, but oh Snapsy Slim, you purchased the 3070 Ti and it comes next week. So I got two questions. Where did you buy it from? How much did you pay for it? Because we're gonna talk about that in a second. Yeah, that's a lot of frames, bro. I'm gonna pull over in a second. We're gonna talk about that 3070 you got. Best Buy, $849. Yikes. Okay, you know what? What brand of graphics card did you buy? Because that comes into play too. Yeah, what brand of graphics card did you get? AVGA? Okay, let me pull over.
Detected.
Now, it's probably not my place. EVO with RGB, so it's a lit, it's got the cute lights on it, huh? Well, I got the Nvidia 3080. So, I mean, Nvidia is the one that, you know, this is their technology that they licensed out to third-party companies. My thinking is that since they're the ones that created it, all right, this may not exactly apply, but I'm sure you could understand it. Sony created Blu-ray, so I expect them to make the best Blu-ray players. I expect their Blu-ray players to be better than third-party. Same thing applies with the graphics card. Nvidia, this is their shit. So I expect their graphics cards to be better than the third parties. That being said, when I got my 3070, I was looking for an Nvidia 3070. Not only did they come up with this shit, they had the cheapest prices. For instance, the RTX 3070 that I had,
Yellow flag in sector 3.
it retailed for $500. All the third-party companies that were making 3070s were charging $600 on up. And so same thing with this 30 Ti that I got. It retails for $1,200. All the third-party companies, I think theirs start at $1,300, and then you really gonna get your head cracked on eBay. I escaped. Hold on a second. Got slight motion blur. So all that being said, see Slim, if you're still listening, this is Nvidia's prices of their graphics card. The RTX 3070 is $500. The 3070 Ti is $600. The 3080 is $700. So yeah, 3070 is $500. 3070 Ti is $600. 3080 is $700. 3080 Ti is $1,200. That's quite the jump in price. And then the 3090 is $1,500, and then the 3090 that they just came out with is $2,000. So that must explain why you paid $849. Because I was originally going to tell you, because I took it for granted that you bought an Nvidia card. I was going to tell you that, but it's really not my place to tell you. Here's the thing with the 3070 and the 3070 Ti. And we'll use Nvidia as an example. From the benchmark videos that I've seen, the 3070 Ti only gets a couple of more frames per second than the 30. Yeah, all them prices for GPU is crazy, it is. So 3070 Ti only gets a couple of more frames than the 3070, but it's $100 more. So if you were looking to get the Nvidia card, it's hard to get the Nvidia cards. Dan Socks, what's up? If you would have been able to get the Nvidia card, I probably would have recommended that you get the 3070 over the 3070 Ti and save yourself $100 because you only getting like one, a couple of more frames per second. As far as that goes, the same can be said about the 3080 Ti and the 3090. I've watched some benchmark videos, and the 3090 only gets about 3 or 4 frames more than the 3080 Ti, but it's $300 more. So, but yeah, you're right. The Nvidia cards are super hard to get because I gave in and paid a scalper, and so right now I'm very impressed with what this 3080 Ti is doing, but I'm still a little bit apprehensive because being that I bought it off eBay and I have no idea where this card came from. The seller says that this card is less than 2 months old. So in all fairness, when I got the card and I opened the box up, the shit looked like it was damn near brand new. I saw no signs of wear or tear or nothing like that. It looked brand new. Everything was packaged as if it was brand new. I was just hoping that I didn't buy a graphics card that used to be in the hands of a Chinese crypto miner, and then they sold it once crypto mining got banned. So, but this card seems to be holding up fine.
Low tire pressure, stay away from curbs.
But I will say this, C Slim, that 3070, that 3070 Ti is going to be a much bigger jump than the 2070 that you have. He said Jackie Chan used it. We got about 4 minutes and 30 seconds left of qualifying. Said, yeah, I saw the 3080 didn't pay the extra 500. Look, I've been watching the benchmark videos. The jump, from what I was seeing, the jump from a 3070 to a 3080, based on Nvidia's prices, I kind of felt like it was worth the $200 more. But I will say the jump from a 3070 to a 3080 Ti is huge. Now my video settings within the game have been tweaked, but the resolution on my headset is cranked all the way up to the max at 2786. No, scratch that, 2736. And I mean, the game just, it looks so clear. I mean, when I first started playing this game and I had weaker hardware, the game looked blurry. Now, don't get me wrong, in VR, the game still doesn't look near as good as it does flat screen, but it's clear enough that I can make out everything. I can see where everything's at. And that was one of the big things. To me, when you're racing in VR, the more clarity you have, the better. Case in point, Drive Club on the PlayStation VR. That shit was so blurry that if I was racing on a track that I was not familiar with, I didn't see the turns until the last second. And then you don't have a track map. This game here was blurry, but not near as bad as Drive Club. And it took me learning the tracks. So with this game, I know all the tracks. So even though I may not have been able to see the track clearly, I still knew what corners was coming up because I still also got the track map inside the car with me. But now, I mean, with this shit, I see everything. Again, it may not look as good, near as good as flat screen, but I can see everything. I can make out everything. Okay, let me see here. Cause like I said, I would get the 3080. I would have to change my your power supply unit, because see, my Alienware that I had before I built this PC had an 800 watt power supply. This one, I put a 1,000 watt power supply in it. I get it. I think with that 3070, you were probably gonna need 7 or 800 watt power supply, in my opinion, to run it. I'm just going based on what I had with the Alienware. Now, which JD Max, you have to have the power. AC Slim, this is what I think you can expect with that 30. You have a 750 watt PSU. Yeah, that should be enough for that 3070 Ti. This is what I think you can expect. Cause like right now, like yesterday when I played Cyberpunk, I ran it at 2160p ultra settings with ray tracing on, and I benchmarked it and was getting 57 frames per second. JD Max, how you doing, my guy? So I can tell you right now, a game like Cyberpunk 2160 ultra settings with ray tracing, you're not going to get 60 frames per second. I think you're probably going to get more along the lines of probably 40, 45 frames per second. But I think with that 3070 Ti, any game you want to play at 1440 ultra settings, there's no doubt in my mind you're going to get at least 60 frames per second on any game you want to play. That Cyberpunk is a demanding game, especially with the ray tracing on. Just chilling, watching some racing. Oh, cool. So, but see, Slim, don't take my word for it. Go to YouTube and check out some benchmark videos, and you can see with yourself what you can expect. What are you working with, C Slim, as far as your processor goes, your CPU? What you working with, like an i7, an i9 or something? If you're working with thanks JD Max. Look how clear this picture is. Wowee.
Stay double file.
I can see the reflection on this up close. I can see the reflection on the paint job of that car. I mean, this was not possible with that 3070 I had.
Green light, show them where to go. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
You got a Ryzen 7 3700. So I assume the Ryzen 7 is probably the equivalent of an i7. But what is that 3700 the equivalent of? Is that the equivalent of a i7 7700, 9700. Core 16 threads.
Car on the left. Clear on the left. Yellow flag.
Oh shit.
Right in front. We have some light damage on the rear of the car. Car on the left. Clear on the left. Slow car ahead. Yellow flag in sector 3. Other lane, the Corsa steps so far.
Yeah, you're right, JD. Here come the Yahoos.
There's a slow car ahead. Other lane, this is me, Russell West. Car on the left. Clear on the left. Yellow flag in sector 1.
How that AMG made it through all that shit is beyond me.
Clear on the right.
Thanks, JD. You barely on your PS5? Yeah! Every now and then I feel like I wasted money by that PS5.
Slow car ahead.
I see that Porsche trying to make a move on me.
Clear on the left. Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Damn near hit him. Oh yeah, JD Max. The GPU made a hell of a difference. JD Max, I got my headset running at 2736p. Wow, I wonder why he went into the pits.
Into the car ahead, sector 1. Well done, mate. Personal fastest lap. careful there. Yellow flag in sector 3.
Oh shit! Thank you. I think if I would have started getting aggressive earlier, I might have been able to do a 4th place. Best lap was 126.9. The key to it was I ran a clean race. I wasn't fast, in my opinion. I think my fastest lap on here is 128 lifetime, but I see people, 126.8, but I see people turning 125s easy on here. That was fun though. That was fun. Nice clean race. Ran good. Neil, thank you so much. Great race. Well done. Thank you so much. Now, I think the key to it was I stayed clean. Agreed. Great job. Thanks, JD. I stayed clean, and then once I started like getting dialed in, I started getting a little bit more aggressive. But towards like the middle of the race, when it was like 5 cars fighting it out for position, I decided that I did not want to participate in that stuff. I let those guys scrap it out, and then whatever's left of it, then I'll just try to drive through it if there's any carnage. But all that fighting that was going on in front of me, I didn't want no part of it. So sorry to sound like a sissy, but I just didn't want no parts of it. But yeah, JD Max, about this this 3080 Ti that I just got. All my VR games, I'm running at 2736. Resolution is maxed out on the Oculus headset, and all my games are still running at ultra settings. Some of these VR games that I've seen through ultra settings, the picture is so sharp and the details is unbelievable. So now what I'm working with here, Ham sent me his settings. Because I never thought my wildest dreams, a very demanding game like Assetto Corsa Competizione, that I'd be able to run this game with the resolution so high in VR. I think the highest I've ever gone with my resolution was 2096 with the 3070 that I had. And with VR Epic settings, it ran like dog shit. Yeah, you said racing is always fun when it's clean. The big thing about this race is there was no dive bombing. There was a couple of people that came in, they were carrying a lot of speed and they nearly rear-ended me, but they hit the brakes and spun out trying to avoid hitting me. So hats off to those guys that lost control of their cars trying to avoid hitting me, but at least you showed that you weren't trying to dive bomb. So let's go look for another track. Yeah, that was intense. Let's see what we got here. There's the Donington Park, but that practice is 75 minutes. Here's a Barcelona, but that ping is too high. It's 254. Here is the ever popular Monza. Fuck it. Gotta have the power. Qualifying. So Neil, you said I'm struggling with Quest 2 with graphics. Looks very poor. That's where I gotta tell you, the better CPU and the better GPU you got, the more overhead you got to crank it up so it'll look better. That being said, my PC's a beast. I think my friend Ham is the only one that's got a higher spec PC than me. If you check my description, I'm still trying to get the best on ACC. I'm trying to think. Tell you what I'll do, Neil. I'll send you the same settings that Ham sent me, and what this will do will allow you to turn the resolution up. You may have to turn some of the settings down, but you'll be able to turn the resolution up. So what you do is follow me on Twitter. My Twitter is in the description. Follow me on Twitter. Send me a personal message. Let me know it's you. And then the settings that Ham sent me, I'll send them to you. But as far as my PC goes, like I said, I built a beast. I got a 3080 Ti, 64 gigs of RAM, an i9 12900K. I got a 3060 GPU, but only, i5. Oh. Yeah, you're going to struggle with that. I think great, thanks. I think the 3060 might be okay. I'm just not sure about that i5 though. Because my Alienware, it originally had a 2070 and an i5 in it. I upgraded it and put a 3070 in it with an i7 9700K. Then I upgraded to an i9 9900K, but I think I bought a bad CPU off of eBay and it killed the Alienware. So I built this one. Yeah, you think the CPU's letting you down? So yeah, I think that's what it might sound like to me. Let's see here. This is going to be a 20-minute race, so I need to make sure I put the correct amount of fuel in there too.
GT3.
What does he mean, what the fuck, bro? I didn't do anything. And we only qualifying, so what's he crying for? So it looks like I'm about to start braking a little bit earlier. I tried to hold off to the last second. I'll see you, JD Max. You must modulate the brakes. You have a spare i7? Okay. That might be the guy you want to talk to, Neil.
Clear on the left. Yellow flag in sector 3. Yellow flag, be careful. Cut detected. We've got some light damage on the front of the car.
Only 20 seconds left anyway, so fuck it.
Yellow flag in sector 3.
The wheel's slightly crooked. So if I was pulling into a pits in an actual race,
Session is now over.
this stop would take 51 seconds. I don't like how those cars look like they got caps on them from the distance. Then everything pops in, so that's one of the trade-offs of these settings that I'm working with. All right. Might as well wait for the session to start. Let me see. This is going to be a 20-minute race. Fuel. So, this is going to be about a 10-lap race. 11. Said that will buff out. So we're going to call this 11 laps. I think 40 liters should be enough. We'll go 45 to be safe. Yeah, that's good. We'll go with 45 liters. Oh my goodness. I haven't slept yet, so I think I might have to hang it up after this race. I am working tomorrow, but only 4 hours, 6 in the morning to 10 Eastern time. And then I'll come back, and when I get out of work, I'll do a stream, but I don't know what. Because I'm really excited to go back into my library, back into my catalog, and revisit some of these games now that I can see them with much better resolution and graphics.
Seconds.
My best lap. I wish I had an i7 JD. Well, talk to the man. Make it happen.
Going double file.
So this track, the 149 has been elusive. My best lap on this track is 150 flat. And I have been chasing 149 for the longest. And I'm a true believer that on this track, I think you have to turn in about a 149 to be competitive, and a 148 or better to have a chance to win.
Clear
And here we go.
Clear on the left. Car on the left. Clear on the left. There's a slow car ahead. Car on the left. Clear on the left.
6 seconds worth of damage.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Still got time.
There's a slow car ahead. on the left. Still a long way to go.
Lost a second off that one. Thanks, JD. Hitting the brakes late. Lost time on both of those corners.
Yellow flag in sector 2.
Shit! You eating dinner? Nice. Oh, it's late. You damn is yeah. You in the UK is real late. Should I save that replay? Considering that I lost control of the car and fell all the way down to 17th place and came back for a seventh place finish, I think I did okay. So let me see here. Neil, you said I should be sleeping but enjoying the VR racing. I'm in the UK, so very late for me. Yeah. Oh, look at that. Only had enough fuel for one lap. So yeah, you know, the funny part about it was I was going to put 40 liters of fuel in there instead of 45. Oh, and speaking of which, JD Max, earlier this week on GT7, I won a race and then lost it. I fought and got in first place in this daily race. And then like maybe, I don't know, like maybe 100 yards before I got to the finish line, my car ran out of gas and a guy shot right past me and he won and I coasted into second place. You talk about a heartbreak. So you did great considering. Hey, thanks. I think I've gotten good enough that now that like with these open lobbies, I know that I can finish in the top 10 if I can keep the car clean. So actually I finished up 7th, JD, but I think that fourth place on Brands Hatch, the previous race, that was great. This one was great considering that I wrecked, lost control, whatever you want to call it, and fought back from 17th place to get into 7th. That's pretty good. So feel pretty good. A lot of fun. So with that, I gotta grab a bite and call it a night. I have to be at work at 5 a.m. 6 a.m. Eastern time. I'm only working 4 hours, and probably come back and do it again tomorrow after I get out of work. I'll be home about 10:30 a.m. Eastern time, and look for me to go live at about 11 a.m. Eastern time and go from there. Excuse me. Whew. Maybe, depending on what the servers look like, I might do a low fuel motorsports daily race.
Go.
I did not get that in this week for one reason or another. I did the GT7 daily race earlier this week. And then last couple of days I've been tinkering with this PC now that I got the 3080 Ti. Definitely happy with that. With that, I am going to boogie on out of here. Thanks so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. You guys know the line. Wakanda forever. Long live the king, and deuces. We will see you tomorrow, everybody. Have a good one. Yeah, still good recovery. Thanks, JD. We'll see you all soon.